Welcome. First, we will frame the central dilemma: whether a professional with $1.7 million, minimal mortgage debt, and severe burnout can safely exit high-pressure corporate life while maintaining an $80,000 per year lifestyle. Next, we will connect mental health priorities with practical finance, especially the cost of healthcare. Then, we will compare full fire and barista fire, run the numbers, and outline an action plan. Finally, we will test your understanding with a couple of quizzes before closing with a summary and next steps. To guide you, here is the roadmap. First, we will cover how burnout changes the financial equation. Next, we will analyze the numbers behind a $1.7 million portfolio. Then, we will unpack why healthcare is often the most decisive factor. After that, we will compare full fire to barista fire. Subsequently, we will incorporate the 8-year trust into your runway planning. Then, we will give you a concise 90-day plan. Afterward, we will include 2 quick quizzes. Finally, we will wrap with key takeaways and next steps. Before we proceed, please note this is educational content and not financial, tax, legal, or medical advice. You should consult licensed professionals who can assess your specific situation. Furthermore, numbers are estimates and assumptions that can change with markets, laws, health status, and family needs. Now, let us acknowledge the reality. Burnout is not just about fatigue. It is a sustained neurological and physiological stress state that degrades decision quality, reduces resilience, and increases health risks. Accordingly, when burnout hits, job instability often follows, even for highly skilled professionals. Therefore, the financial plan must be reoriented around health first, because without health, financial independence is hollow. Let us quantify your starting point. With $1.7 million invested, a 3% withdrawal would produce about $51,000 per year before taxes. At 3.5%, roughly $59,500. At 4%, around $68,000. Meanwhile, your lifestyle target is approximately $80,000 per year, which suggests a gap if you aim for conservative withdrawal. Consequently, unless you downshift spending, the plan needs an additional income source, tax efficiency, or healthcare subsidies to close the difference. This pie visualizes a representative $80,000 annual budget. Housing is set at $22,000, healthcare at $20,000 reflecting premiums and out-of-pocket costs, food at $12,000, transportation at $8,000, utilities at $4,000, leisure at $6,000, travel at $5,000, and a $3,000 miscellaneous buffer. Notably, healthcare is comparable to housing in this model, which underscores why benefits or subsidies are pivotal in early retirement feasibility. Healthcare is often the decisive variable. Family coverage can cost tens of thousands per year between premiums and maximum out-of-pocket payments. Under the Affordable Care Act, subsidies depend on modified adjusted gross income, so even small increases in taxable income can eliminate valuable credits. Therefore, income engineering matters. You can favor tax-efficient withdrawals, schedule Roth conversions during lower income years, and harvest capital gains within favorable brackets. Plan selection matters as well. Silver plans can offer cost-sharing reductions if eligible, and HSA-compatible high-deductible plans may yield triple tax advantages. Finally, if burnout severity permits, one spouse maintaining employer benefits can be a short-term bridge, but only if it does not compromise health. Each year you should reshop plans using marketplace tools, and consider provider networks and mental health access, not only sticker price. Let us compare the paths. Full fire provides maximum autonomy and immediate relief from corporate pressure, but it increases the burden on the portfolio and forces you to self-manage healthcare, especially vulnerable to early sequence risk. Conversely, barista fire reduces withdrawals, potentially unlocks benefits, and preserves mental health by choosing lower stress, purposeful roles such as park ranger or gym administration. However, it entails less freedom than full retirement. The best choice depends on your health severity, desired flexibility, and ability to control spending. This flowchart organizes decision-making. First, confirm whether burnout is severe. If yes, attempt accommodations such as medical leave, role change, or workload reduction. If those fail, evaluate full fire readiness by checking portfolio size, the $80,000 need, and the presence of a concrete healthcare strategy. If you cannot meet these simultaneously, the path shifts to barista fire with a low-stress job and potential benefits. If a trust arrives in 8 years, that reduces the required draw, and may justify partial withdrawals combined with part-time work until the windfall. The process includes an annual reassessment loop because health, markets, and premiums change. Here is a concrete 90-day sprint. First, prioritize medical and mental health appointments and document burnout to unlock potential leave. Next, discuss employer alternatives such as medical leave, reduced hours, or role transfers while simultaneously exploring low-stress roles. Then, construct a detailed $80,000 budget and identify sustainable reductions of 10 to 20%. After that, pay down any remaining high-interest debt, rebalance the portfolio, and build a 12-month cash buffer. Meanwhile, map your tax posture to manage modified adjusted gross income and schedule Roth conversions or capital gains harvesting. Subsequently, compare COBRA to ACA marketplace options and verify provider access, especially for mental health. Then, secure an income bridge via a barista role or flexible freelance work. Finally, execute the plan, complete paperwork, and automate financial systems. This table provides illustrative math. The conservative scenario uses a 3% withdrawal with no part-time income, which leaves a significant shortfall after estimated premiums and taxes. The balanced scenario at 3.5% plus $15,000 of part-time income improves the outlook but may still fall short. The aggressive scenario at 4% without part-time income remains pressured by healthcare costs. The barista boost scenario pairs 3.5% withdrawals with $30,000 of part-time income and improved healthcare costs, nearly closing the gap. The trust bridge scenario demonstrates that moderate part-time income plus anticipation of an 8-year windfall can justify a measured drawdown. All numbers are rough estimates. Taxes and premiums vary by state, household size, and income composition. Quiz time. The question is, in early retirement planning for a family, what often becomes the single largest barrier to leaving a high-stress job? The options are 1. Maximizing investment returns. 2. Funding private health insurance for a decade or more. 3. Eliminating all debt before leaving. And 4. Finding a perfect low cost of living city. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is funding private health insurance for a decade or more. Healthcare expenses frequently dominate the budget and create subsidy cliffs, making them the key constraint on retirement timing and withdrawal rates. Next quiz. With a $1.7 million portfolio, approximately how much does a 3.5% withdrawal rate generate annually before taxes? The options are $51,000, $59,500, $68,000, and $80,000. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is $59,500, which is 3.5% of $1.7 million. If you expect a multi-million-dollar irrevocable trust in approximately 8 years, your problem becomes a bridge. Therefore, consider a lower withdrawal rate combined with part-time income to reduce sequence risk. A glide path approach can be reasonable, with measured equity exposure early and de-risking as the trust date approaches. Meanwhile, holding 12 to 24 months of cash-like reserves buffers volatility and medical surprises. Finally, reassess annually because market conditions, premiums, and income rules evolve. This timeline outlines a practical bridge. In year 0, you assess burnout and pursue any medical leave options. In year 1, you transition to a low-stress role and select the optimal ACA plan. In year 2, you build 12 to 24 months of cash reserves. By year 3, you finish paying down any remaining mortgage. During years 4 and 5, you optimize modified adjusted gross income with Roth conversions and tax harvesting. In year 6, you reassess risk and benefits. In year 7, you de-risk further and lock the healthcare plan. In year 8, the trust arrives, and you reset withdrawal rates and spending accordingly. Here are the key takeaways. Prioritize health above all. Healthcare drives the feasibility of early retirement, so engineer income and compare plans annually. Barista FIAR can provide benefits and meaning while preserving capital. Use conservative withdrawal rates until the trust arrives, and keep a healthy cash buffer. Finally, reassess your numbers every year. In summary, burnout reshapes priorities and requires a plan that protects health first. With $1.7 million, your plan can work if you align withdrawal rates, healthcare strategy, and possibly part-time income. The 8-year trust provides a bridge that can reduce risk and reliance on withdrawals. Execute methodically using the 90-day sprint, and revisit your decisions each year as circumstances change. Thank you for watching. If this clarified your path, please like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more calm, practical planning. In the comments, tell us your exit plan and which step you will tackle first.